title. Yes, then you should be supporting Portadown FC. They've won 2 trophies already this season, lead the league, and are many people's favourites for the Irish Cup. The confidence exuded down at Shamrock Park should be enough to intimidate most opponents.
Well, I feel we've been playing excellent football over this last 2 or 3 months. We've had a settled side, which obviously has been a big bonus for us. And we're playing good football and we're scoring goals. I think it's probably a better balance to this side than the sides of previous years. I feel with players in the side now which have probably better technique than the side of 2-3 seasons ago.
The atmosphere at the Oval is not quite so season. Once was in the league. It was probably the best match of the campaign so far, packed with great football, splendid goals, and a breath-holding, nail-nibbling finish. The prospect of another epic tomorrow is tantalising, and McFall is looking forward to an Irish Cup tie against the club he has taken to victory in that competition in the past.
Well, I think that always adds a wee bit extra spice to the occasion, you know. Come Saturday, I'm sure Glentoran like ourselves will be fired up for it, and we're expecting a good game, we're expecting to win.
It's a matter of being a team for a cup match. Obviously the cup will lift everybody involved. There'll be a good crowd at the game, good atmosphere, and at this moment in time I can't say I'm looking forward to it.
Made, but it will look something like this. It will be along more conventional lines. Indeed, the winners will be able to fill it with champagne, something they couldn't do with the old one. It's costing a cool £20,000, so I have a feeling that the IFA just might ask future winners to treat it gently. And looking at tomorrow's 5th round ties, just one all-senior clash in this caption, Carrick against Ballymena. There's the glamour tie, Glentoran against Portadown. At Inver Park, that's a good one, Larne against Crusaders. And Linfield, they are at home to Coleraine. Fancied seniors are the Comrades and Coleraine, both at 100 to 1. The top juniors are Limavady at 150 to 1. And as we move on down, the prices get bigger. And right at the bottom, we have Coke United and Loughgall, both on offer 10,000 to 1. Joining us is Portadown striker Steve Kahn, the #1 hitman, who was once told to retire. Steve in a moment, but first the views of both managers, Ronnie McFall and Tommy Jackson. And looking back, they've met before in the Cup. In 1990, Portadown had won the league title for the first time. But as they also tried to win the Irish Cup for the first time, to complete a League and Cup double, it was Glentoran who dominated the final to win 3-0. In 1991, the Ports didn't slip up, beating arch-rivals Glenavon in the final, and having won the championship again, the elusive double was theirs. This season, Ronnie McFall's team are looking good again. And apart from winning the Gold Cup and Budweiser Cup, they're also on top of the league table. How would you regard this side? Some people think this is the best Portadown side you've had in the last 3 or 4 years.
Well, I think this side, Jack, is better balanced than the one that won 2 league championship and Irish Cup and done the double. I think it's better balanced, and with players with better technique in the present side than what we had in the one that as I said, done the double.
But the way you're playing, you must feel there's a chance of another League and Cup double for you.
Well, we don't look that far ahead. We just take one game at a time, and the most important game for us is Saturday's game against Glentoran, and we're getting ourselves geared up for that.
This is Glentoran clinching the league title last season, with victory over Carrick Rangers at Taylor's Avenue. The Glens had also won the Gold Cup, so there was much to celebrate. But this season's been a different story. Injuries to a number of key players like striker Gary McCartney means the Oval trophy cabinet is bare. They've also slipped back to 7th place in the race for the title. A lot of people would see it possibly as an excuse, but really, injuries have decimated your team.
Well, the only thing about it, Jackie, is that you've been in the game long enough, you know when you pick a side. We probably played, 3 guys tonight. If we had a full squad, wouldn't play. For the simple reason they're unfit. I trained with 8 guys on Monday night last night, and last Thursday night, I trained with 5, and 2 of them were goalkeepers. So it's a problem, but we've got to get on with it. There's no sympathy in this game at all, and you have to feel the team, and we've been doing that for virtually the last 3 months.
A lot of people, as you know, are saying, oh, if the Glens go out to Portadown, the season's over. Is that the way you look at it?
No, I can't look at that at all. I thought our season was firstly over 3 months ago when we lost all those players, but who was to come in and say, oh, no, your season's over? No, we're going to play on and see how it goes. We just pick players that are semi-fit or somewhere near fitness. But it's a hard job right at the moment.
Well, obviously Tommy hasn't been able to feel the settled side, and as I said, that's been a big minus for him. But as I said, no doubt come Saturday, we know we're in for a hard game.
Facing Glentoran at the Oval certainly won't be easy, and McFall must be hoping striker Stevie Kahn turns up chumps once again. The knees may be a bit dodgy these days, but it hasn't affected his finishing. He's got 30 so far this season.
Well, the guy's been written off that many times, Jackie, it's unbelievable. But I mean, his record speaks for itself. I think this season he scored something like 30 goals in 32 games. And I mean, you can't argue with that.
We've got him in the studio tonight. Any message for him? Any team talk?
No team talk, Jackie. We just let him go out and get him in the box and let him score goals.
Short and to the point, that, Stevie. What does he tell you?
Basically what he says, Jackie, he more or less lets me go on my own game, and I just get myself in the box, and then the crosses that come in for the rest of the team.
Right, it obviously works. 30 in 32 games this season. It's a fair average.
It's went quite well. I think we've created a lot of chances. I think my midfield has been responsible for most of that. They've done the business for us in the middle of the park, and I can't complain.
Overall, it's a phenomenal record. 113 in 129 games. Not too many lean spells there.
That's right. I think I was lucky when I first came to Portadown. Ronnie McFall was putting a good team together, and we've started over the last 3 years to put something that's going to keep us right through the 90s. And I've managed to play with some good players in that time.
Let's talk about your dodging knees. I mean, what exactly have you done to them over the years?
I've had several operations on them that have required cartilages and maybe cleaning them up a little bit, and you know, some like ligament trouble. But you know, they've held together so far.
Should you be playing? Because weren't you told to quit at one stage?
That's right. When I was 20, the surgeon did advise me to look for another profession, if you like. But I defied that and managed to keep going.
How were you able to keep going and defy the doctors?
I think at the time, you know, I was playing for Aberdeen, obviously a big club, and with a lot of help with the staff there, Alec Ferguson, and the players with encouragement, they kept me going through the bad patches.
How do you feel after games? Any pain?
Just on a Sunday, when I try to get out of bed and give the kids a breakfast, they get the sore knees trying to get up, but apart from that, it's not too bad.
All right, let's come to Portadown this season. I mean, it really is all systems go, isn't it?
I think we've actually came good just at the right time when they run into the league championship. We stumbled a little bit at the start of the season, but now we're finding we're true form, and teams are finding it hard to beat us.
Ronnie was saying there it's probably the best Portadown side he's had in recent years. I think you go along with that, don't you?
Yeah, I would definitely agree. You know, with inclusion, you know, Dougie Bell came into the midfield, and Peter Murray, we're now seeing the best of him, Martin Russell, and also we're back former goalkeeper, who I think this season, you know, have been outstanding.
Glentoran, a side with a lot of problems.
A lot of problems maybe, but you know, we're under no illusions that we're in for a very tough game tomorrow. You know, they've got a good pedigree in the cup, and they've won it a few times in the last few years. So we know that they'll be all fired up and looking to beat us.
Yeah, two good footballing teams. It could be a good one, couldn't it?
I think it will be a good game. I mean, we like to both play football and attack, so I think there could be a few goals tomorrow.
Right, Stevie, because I've got some friends at the Oval, I can't wish you luck, but enjoy your day.
Okay, thanks, Jackie.
Bye-bye. Including 2 penalties. Scoreless, but Glentoran and Portadown served up